All right, all right. How we doing out there? There's a whole lot of cameras off. What's happening? You guys hiding? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My camera turned off when you started the meeting.
Oh, maybe everyone's did. All I saw
Mine
was a
did.
blank screen, and I was like, "Oh man, not one of these
Yep.
nights."
Mine
I've
is
had
sets it out as a default.
uh, I've had some of those nights where it's like black. You're like, I'm talking to a black screen.
Mm.
It's hard to it's hard to present. Let's see. We've got some comments coming in here. Cassie says, "Hi, Drew. Hello, Cassie. Lisa, I'm here. Camera off. I'm sitting in the hospital with my mom. Oh, no. Sorry to hear. Hope she's okay, Lisa. You guys don't have to turn your cameras on. That's just a personal preference for me because I like to see faces. And
Recording in progress.
what was that? Who's that? Could you guys mute?
That's me. I've got you on here twice.
Oh, who said that? Okay. How's everyone doing? You guys excited? Learn something about mental belly, digestion, beat the bloat? Let's do it. Let's beat the bloat tonight. Let's do it.
I don't know
That's
how
right.
to turn this off
Oh, I
now.
got an echo. I'm going to go ahead and mute all. And if you guys have questions, comments, or concerns, you can go ahead and unmute. You can drop your comments below. Not great at reading them, but I will try. Nick's going to be around a bit. Nick is our Wizard of Oz. He is finally back from vacation. He's like my right hand. And he goes away once a year for like 3 weeks, and it's torture for me. But I asked him to stick around a little bit tonight just in case we had any issues or we need some tech support. I think we're pretty good. So I have a screen share. I got a little presentation for you guys. I think we should be out of here in less like you'll see at the beginning I say 60 minutes, so give yourself about an hour. I'll stick around for Q&A after, but I'm hoping to get you guys out of here sooner. I want to respect your time. I like to be efficient without rushing. I know like I'm super grateful. I really am. I guess two things. Like you should give yourself a pat on the back for being here. And I'm not like a big participation fan person. Side note, I played professional sports for a long time, and I don't think everyone should get a award. But we've had these workshops, we've ran these workshops, and we've had over 100 people sign up in the past, and then less than 10 people show up at times. All I'm saying is that some like a lot of people plan to be here or wish they could be here or want to make a change but don't put in the effort. So I think it's great that you guys are actually here. And I know time is our most valuable commodity. So for you to take time out of your day to listen to a few words that might be helpful from me, I'm super grateful for. At the end, I'm going to have an offer for you guys. So sometimes people are like, I don't like to be pitched. I don't like to be sold to. That's fine. I'm going to give you the opportunity to jump off if you don't want to hear what might be a continuation of tonight. We have an hour, and I want to give you as much information and value as I can, but it's an hour, right? I mean, let's be realistic. If you want to make a change in your life, investing an hour is going to be difficult to end it there. We have some of our lovely Matt members here. Welcome, ladies. Nice to see friendly faces. And some of you from the community as well, from our Triple S community, and some of them that have been with us for much longer. So appreciate you all being here. Looking forward to this. Lisa says, Patsy says hello. And then actually, that's not Patsy. That's we got to change your name. It's Tammy, right? Can I do that? I might be able to do that. And then we have Jodine jumped in here as well. Okay. Awesome. Then I'm going to dive in, have an open mind, take some deep breaths, give yourself permission to learn, and maybe learn without judgment. I'm I'm uh, I'm going to give you some ideas that may be less than conventional, some things that we have found successful in the past, which may not align with where you are or with what you want to do. Fair enough. I made this presentation in um I don't even know what this is. Google. I don't know what this is, Google Sheets or slideshow. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. It all works out. Okay. Any questions, comments, or concerns before I dive in? Can you guys let me know in the comments where you're watching from for my own enjoyment? Nice to see people from all over the country or countries or provinces and states. I'm going to try to ask questions. Sometimes I get so into my presentation that I forget to ask questions. But I think if you're actually actively answering questions throughout, you're more engaged and not like falling asleep. No one is allowed to fall asleep tonight. I haven't had anyone fall asleep in any of my presentations. Tonight will not be that one. Don't be the one. I mentioned this in the past. Like some of you might have heard this story, but I was in another like a business coaching group, and there's this girl, and she was like a lady. She was kind of sitting there, slouched, and her eyes got. It was so funny because her camera was on. You could see she's falling asleep. She falls asleep, and no one says anything. So I wrote in the comments. I forget. I said something less than appropriate, and no one said anything. It was like a very serious. But if you fall asleep on one of my presentations, I'm going to say something. Okay, let's go. Screen share. Screen share. Okay, we're here. And then let me go to slideshow. Yes, we're good. What is this do? You know what? Pat or would like to. Oh gosh. You see? All right, there I go messing with my stuff. You know what bothers me? One time I did this, and actually Patty, one of her first calls she has sat here with, and she was doing the screen with me because of this issue. I tried to minimize you guys. Oh my God. Okay, hang tight. Now I lost you guys. Nick. Oh, Brienne jumped in here. Okay. We got Leduc, Greensville, Edmonton, Fairmont, Calgary, Sudbury, Sundre, Hamilton. Holy bicycle, Denver, Red Deer. Amazing. Okay. Can you just work with me? Why did that do it? Sorry guys, hang tight. I'm working through it. Okay. There's my hideous screen. Okay. Desktop. We back? Okay, I'm not going to touch that again. Yes? Okay. Let's dive in. Menopause, beat the blow. Let's go. We build strong women inside and out. I don't like to be considered a weight loss coach. It's not really my jam. So that might, if that's for you, if that's what you're looking for, you might not be in the right place. But digestion, strong women, emotionally, physically, that's what we do. Nutrition and strength, I like to consider that more than, let's say, weight loss. So we've built True Form for 20 years, kind of crazy, but I started when I was young. We built the MAP program, which is our Metabolism Accelerator program. And what we do specifically is help women increase energy, burn body fat, and balance hormones. No gyms, no diets. First and foremost, I am a husband, a father, and as a professional athlete for many years. And I always consider myself an athlete. And then we don't do quick fixes. So we don't do Ozempic. I don't do peptide in particular, quick fast, detoxes. We don't do workouts till you throw up. That's not really our jam. So that gives you a quick idea. Those of you that may not know who we are or what we do. that should kick things off a bit. Tonight, what you'll walk away with. What you'll walk away with, some clarity. I'm hoping that I can offer you some clarity in your life around bloating. Why you bloat hasn't why your bloat hasn't responded to clean eating, fasting, or cutting gluten. Those are the top things, right? Everyone's fasting. Can't tell you how many people come to me, done all the intermittent fasting, cut the gluten, hasn't really made a difference. For our diagnosis, we have 4 hidden bloat triggers that nobody is talking about. Well, I would say few are talking about. And then we have over here a direction. 1 shift you can run tomorrow morning to start changing. I'm going to give you clear, actionable steps. So things that you can actually do, whether you want to do them or not, will be completely up to you. And then we'll have a structure here. 5 days of guided practice. So you don't start like everyone starts, like, oh, we feel like a failure. You kind of fall off and you start again on Monday. That's a perpetual cycle. That's a mindset. Our MAT members know that's around limiting beliefs and self-identity, which we help you work through. Okay, your bloat isn't a willpower problem. It's probably a wrong information problem. And unfortunately, we live in this world of over information. And then we certainly have lack of implementation, right? So you probably got the wrong information that used to be relevant. The health industry changes rapidly. And if you're not staying up to it, you're doing things that you used to do 40 years ago. And you're like, why isn't this working? Well, things have changed. Most of what you've been told about bloating was built for your body that you don't have anymore. That's a crazy one, right? That's a twister. Like the body that you had 20 years ago is not your body. The body that you had 5 years ago. Our bodies are incredible. Like they're dynamic, they're changing, they're flowing, they're like water. But we have an older mindset. It doesn't matter your age. Older mindset being we have a mindset that where we live in the past, and that past is different than our present and likely our future. So we have to keep evolving as our body evolves, our systems have to evolve. Okay. What you've been told about your bloat. So let me know in the comments if you recognize any of these. This is where you guys stay engaged and you answer. So these are not completely wrong. They're just not complete. So just drink more water. That will flush out the bloat, I guess. Not sure why I hear that so often. Cut out gluten and dairy. That's a clear one. Hear that quite often. I have a gluten or dairy allergy. And I think there's some more underlying things happening there, but that's probably for another time. Take a probiotic. Try a 30-day cleanse. It's not 30 days though, right? It's a weekend cleanse. The short detox. I don't believe in those. I don't think they work in most cases. Or it's just menopause, right? This one really bothers me. It's the same. This one is the same thing as aging. I don't like the thought of, oh, you're getting older and there's nothing you can do. Just accept it. Like that mindset is so limiting that it bothers me. It's offensive because I truly believe that we can make changes in our life and improve our health and situation, no matter what situation that we're in or what age we are. None of that matters as long as you're taking action towards your goals of improving your health. It's the ones that have probably given up or someone has helped them give up in that type of environment that they're in. Unfortunately, they stay stuck because they feel like because of their age, because of menopause, because of a story someone told them that they believe, there's nothing they can do. So none of these are addressing the actual triggers behind mental belly or bloat. Okay, what's actually happening? Now we get a chance to dive in a little bit more. So this is biology, right? Your body is actually changing. And I know it's a really hard concept for a lot of people to wrap their head around because we work with women 40 plus exclusively. And so many times, doesn't matter, like 40, usually like 40, 50, 60, like none of that really matters, except that your body is changing rapidly, especially at this age. Okay. But we still eat the same way and we still try to exercise the same way. And it's that mindset that hasn't evolved. So we continually be that person that is stuck without any evolution of your being. Oh, that's a good one. Evolution of your being. Someone write that down. So estrogen is declining at this age, right? Estrogen disrupts gut function. It slows motility and increases water retention around your midsection. So one hormone in particular, why you're in the situation you're in, is because of estrogen and how it decreases as you age. Okay. Now, knowing this information is great, but you also have to take action, and I'll give you action steps, but you also have to take action steps to, hey, what was that? Um, but you actually have to take action steps to make changes in your life. Okay, let me carry on. So stomach acid is a big one. So we have acidity, and then we have alkaline. Okay, maybe I shouldn't get into that. That's a slightly different topic, but you need to have proper stomach acid to digest food. That's a little different than like the acidity in your body, for example, or being in an alkaline state, which is what you want to be in an alkaline state. But for your stomach acid in particular, this decreases with age. Okay. Food sits longer, it breaks down less, and it starts fermenting before it should. So this is a problem if your digestive tract is not moving and flowing the way it should be. Like if you're constipated, that causes a lot of issues in your body as a whole. Diarrhea is similar. It's just like if you have diarrhea, your body's not absorbing the nutrients. So it's similar but different on two different spectrums, I guess you could say. And then you have your gut microbiome. So your gut bacteria is shifting. So the foods that you used to be able to tolerate, you don't anymore because of these reasons. You're like your body's in a different place. So if we understand that, then we can understand like, oh, that food or those acts, like the way I eat that food, the way I cook that food, the amount of that food, that type of food is all different now because your body is different than it used to be. Okay, the information trap. The problem isn't that you don't know enough. It's that you've been given the wrong map. I would suggest many of you have too much information and don't know what to do with it. So tonight I'm going to focus on 4. There's more, but I had to chop this down. I have a business coach that will do 2-hour like presentations, and I'm like, it's hard for me to sit through. And I thought about doing one of those, but I don't think most people would sit through 2 hours. At any rate, we will get through tonight, and then you can carry on and get more information if that aligns with what you're looking for. So tonight, we have four avenues that we're going to focus on. So 4, I would call them hidden, maybe secret triggers operating under the radar. Every diet, every fast, even every clean eating that you may or may not have considered. Oh, they're there. Can you see them at the bottom? Oh, you guys could see them. Your faces were covering it. I was trying to be secret. Okay. Rancid oils. Oh, I just pulled up your comments. Okay. Oops. Oh no, how do I get back? Oh, I'm doing it again. Wait. Where do we leave off? Rancid oils. Okay. Okay, rancid oils. So the healthy oils in your pantry, healthy in air quotes, right, are inflammatory before you even open them. So let me explain this to you. If well, okay, I can finish reading this slide. Most seed oils are oxidized in the factory before they're bottled. Crazy. Cold pressed on a label doesn't guarantee fresh. The oil you cook your eggs in the morning may be inflaming your gut. Okay. So let me explain this. Gosh, we could do a full show on just oils. I'll be as efficient as possible. There's a number of different oils. There's healthy fats and there's unhealthy fats, good fats, bad fats. The fats that come in a clear plastic container. So when it comes to oil, like oils are very delicate. If you have an oil in a clear plastic container, the sun actually damages the properties in the oil. Okay. So that's number one. If you have clear plastic, you already know that oil is rancid and it's causing damage to your gut bacteria. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is if it's in a plastic container, those plastics are leaching into your oil. Oil is like oil is oil. Like touch it, it gets stuck in your clothes. It's greasy in your hands. Think about the oil sucking the plastic into it, and like there's a huge I don't know, push or a huge information. I don't know what the word is. Like everyone's talking about microplastics now. And it's because everything that we buy is in plastic, or we're storing our food in plastic, and we have to get away from that. So understanding that your oils, like better quality oils just naturally come in a different container other than plastic, usually glass, sometimes like tin, like the food grade aluminum, like they put the olive oils in there. Your vegetable oils are rancid. You could look at rapeseed, grapeseed, canola oil. Oh gosh, I did some research the other night around canola oil. Crazy, crazy. It started as a lubricant for machinery in the war. Could you imagine? And then they ran out, or they put so much effort into harvesting, like land growing, harvesting. There was too much money invested already, and they didn't need it anymore because the war was over. So they had to use this rapeseed oil for canola oil, which is canola oil is actually an acronym. I had no idea. But at any rate, this is not meant to go in humans' bodies. But there's so much. I think it is the number one, like worldwide, it's the number one sold oil, and we shouldn't be putting that into our body. It wasn't even meant for human consumption. Okay, crazy thought. But uh, those seed oils are oils we need to stay away from. Otherwise, they're damaging your body, not just your gut microbiome. It's damaging your joints and it's damaging your cells, like at a cellular level. It's expediting aging. Okay, so it's very important. And then because those oils are so abundant, they're so cheaply produced, they put them in everything. They put them in your chips and your cookies and your crackers. So you have to read the ingredients of the box things that you buy, and you have to say, "Oh, that has canola oil. Sorry, that has grapeseed oil. Not for me." So we have to start becoming conscious, because all the little decisions that we make in our life is the reason that we're in this health situation that we're in right now. And in my opinion, why women, it's almost like we accept that menobelly is okay as we age. Like it's just no, Carol, I can see you. What did I say at the beginning? Okay, just playing. I got to give you guys a hard time a bit. Okay, so rancid oil is what's happening. So inflammation in your gut lining, bloating, gas, urgency, cellular oxidative stress, skin. This will increase brain fog, joints. I know I mentioned this, but so I eat clean, but I'm still bloated. You may feel like you're eating clean, but you don't know what rancid oils you're putting in your body. A slower fat metabolism. The body actually protects itself. So this is interesting. I believe, this was my first thought. I'm sure I heard this somewhere, but when you put a toxin in your body, like a rancid oil, your body doesn't know what to do with it. Your body's not able to utilize it, absorb it, burn it off as energy, so it stores it. So your body puts fat cells around that toxin because it's protecting the rest of your body from it, because it doesn't know what to do with it. So the more toxins you put in your body, the more fat cells you accumulate. Crazy thought, right? Maybe too crazy for some. Yeah. So we have hormone disruption, of course, what I just mentioned. And then you look at restaurants. So the more you eat, look at like restaurants in particular. I have like I'm not against restaurants. We enjoy eating at once in a while. I have some friends that own restaurants, but for them to make a profit, they have to buy cheap products, and they're not going to have an MCT oil that they're cooking with. I can promise you that. So they're usually cooking with the cheapest oil they can find. So the more restaurants that you go to, the more rancid oils you're consuming. So if you swap nothing else, this is why I put this as number one. If you just swap oils, so you could look at, I'm a big fan of MCT oil, C8, caprylic acid, which is what you're looking for. I would suggest olive oil, like avocado oil is nice. You could I prefer food in most cases. Like you have your nuts and seeds, avocado, big fan of. Like olive oil in particular, slippery slope because that olive oil, there only has to be 3 to 4% of olive oil in an olive oil bottle. How crazy is that? So if you're buying a cheap olive oil, it's not olive oil. It's a bunch of other, though. It's a very small percentage of olive oil. And the other oils have been put in there because they're cheaply produced. That industry is just not very regulated. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Let's wake up. Wake up, Carol. Who else is sleeping over there? Let me know in the comments what your favorite oil is. Shelly, I can see you. Are you awake? You look comfy. You look too comfy. Did you guys ever have a teacher that was like the room was freezing? And we're like, oh, it's so cold. Could you put the heat on? And they're like, no, you learn better when it's cold. They probably don't do that anymore these days, do they? I would guess not. Okay, in the comments, what's your favorite oil? No judgment. I'm just curious. All right, I'm gonna keep rolling. This is the tough one here because this is like a trigger. I've talked about this in the past, and people are like so resistant to it. So consider this as like a coffee conversation. When I talk about coffee, or if I post something online, there's like always one person that's like full on attack mode. It's like their child. Don't you talk about my coffee like that? Like coffee, maybe it increases your cortisol levels. Maybe it strips magnesium from your body. Maybe it's a diuretic. Nobody wants to hear that. So if you say anything about coffee, people get irate. This is very similar. This is like when I say maybe ice water is not the best idea. It's like a trigger. So if you love your cold drinks dearly and you refuse to let them go in your life, I don't have any emotional connection to that. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You make the best choice for you. However, I will give you some clear data, I will argue or debate why you may consider removing that from your life. So your morning routine is shutting down digestion before it even starts. If you start with cold liquid, crazy thought. Cold liquid, who likes ice water? Let me know in the comments. When you guys go to a restaurant, do you order ice in your water? Let me know. Cold liquids constricted the digestive tract. So just think about our mouth is like a really high degree, right? Like 98 degrees or something like that. If you take something off the stove that's hot and sizzling, you could put it in your mouth, right? That's crazy. Like it's a crazy thought. Like of course you could burn your tongue. Don't do this and say Drew said you can do this. But I think you know what I mean. But just think about your body. Like internally, your body is running at a high temperature, and you put something ice cold in there, and your digestive tract is like, "Hey, this is completely foreign to me. Like, what do you like? Why would you do this to me? Why?" Ice water with meals dilutes stomach acid, and you're already producing less at this age. So you are not really working with your body; you're working against it. So women 40 plus are especially sensitive, and most don't connect. Most people, if I say this, there's either instant trigger or people upset or no change, or they want to like eh. So I just don't think there's a clear connection there of actually if you change the water that you're drinking, it can make a big difference in your health. Okay. So your cold water habit is working against you, slows gastric emptying, food sits and ferments. So your body's supposed to be your body's water, right? Your body's supposed to be like ebbing and flowing and functioning and like you put ice on something. Like think about if you have some like a cold patch or you have a bruise or something that was injured. You put ice on it, right? And then try to move that afterwards. It's hard to move it. Think about when you put cold water into your digestive tract. Is it flowing nicely? No. It's like, hey, what's happening? Fight or flight. Got to get out of here. It's constricting blood vessels around the digestive tract. So, um, okay, here's another one. You have enzymes, digestive enzymes in your body, right? Like when you put, I'm going to talk about this in a future one, but you put food in your mouth, it's being coated by digestive enzymes, like in your mouth is amylase, right? You have digestive enzymes, you have good microbiome in your digestive tract. Everything is moving, everything is doing what it's supposed to do, but you put a bunch of water in your belly while you're eating, or like liquids in particular, cold, and then you have cold on top of that. You're just stacking the cards against yourself. You may also feel full and bloated after meals, and you're not quite sure why. This one's a tough one. I know I'm a big smoothie fan. I'm a shake guy. Our members know that. Smoothies with ice, and then so a lot of times if you have a smoothie, you put frozen berries in there, right? I would suggest that that could be okay depending on your situation. If your digestion tract is really not very good, if you really feel bloated, I would suggest staying away from that. When we take our morning shakes, like we make our morning shakes in the evening, that's what we suggest with our members. I pull them out of the fridge like as soon as I wake up, and it probably sits on the counter for 20 minutes. It's not warm, but it's also not ice cold. There's like ice in it. So if you can have room temperature water, like a lot of people are using the gravity filters. We have a Berkey we love. That's room temperature. So we always drink room temperature water. If we go to restaurants, I usually order lemon water, or I actually order like a cup of hot water with lemon. I put like squeezed lemon in it. Sometimes like this might blow your mind. It did for me. Sometimes I'll ask for a glass of lemon water. Can you guys see me? Yeah. And they'll give me like a plastic cup of hot water. And I'm like, how am I supposed to drink this? Oh gosh. Okay. I don't know if anyone else finds that fun. Okay. This is how we doing on time. We're doing okay? I have two more, right? So eating on autopilot. This is a tough one for me because we live in such an unconscious world. And it's like I have to really protect myself from losing my energy in places that it's not worth losing. I take my boy to gymnastics every Friday, and there's a whole group of parents sitting there watching their kids. This is not, I don't mean to be judging any of you because maybe there's a few of you in here that participate. Um, Nobody's watching their kids. Nobody. There could be five parents there, 10 parents there, 15 parents there. Nobody's watching. It's like we live in this unconscious world. I feel like sometimes when people are like staring at their phone and there's like a group, I feel like it's like part of a zombie apocalypse where no one is using their brains and they're just mindlessly scrolling for whatever reason. I have no idea why. So consider eating on autopilot without like this is removing consciousness from your eating. You're just sitting there eating as fast as you can, scrolling through your news feed. You got the TV on, you got the news in the background, not being conscious. My apologies if that sounds offensive to any of you. So when you stress eat, when you're distracted and you're rushed, so these are three unconscious types of eating that causes issues. So your nervous system flips into flight or fight, and your digestive system physically shuts down. It doesn't know you're eating because you have given it no signs that you're eating. Is that crazy? It's crazy to me. So food sits, it ferments, and it bloats. We're not like consciously chewing. We're not eating. We're just shoveling. And that pattern repeats over and over again. So if you're always on the go, you're always running. I don't have any judgment. Like I said before, I'm just trying to give you information. You're running from job to the kids. Like, I know, I get it. I'm just saying that it's not helping your digestive system if we don't return to consciousness. We need to come back to like human beings and conversations and I don't know, life. Okay. So stress eating is one. I hear this a lot from women in particular. We go through stages in your lives where you're particularly stressed out and you just eat and like you're trying to numb some type of pain or stress in your life. Your digestive system actually shuts down. Okay. You eat standing, you're eating in a car. It's like when you're doing other things besides consciously eating, you can consider building up gas in your system. Or when people are talking with their mouth full, not a great idea, probably, right? So TV at night, so conditioned to reach for something sweet. So this is another unconscious type of activity where there's two reasons that we crave. I get this a lot from women, like, oh, I'm always craving in the evening. Number one reason is that you don't have enough nutrients throughout the day. Okay, you light breakfast, probably no lunch, big supper, and you think that's enough food for the day, but your body's starving for nutrients, so you go to the pantry. Your body wants nutrients, it needs it, so it craves something. It's just the easiest thing to grab is a bag of chips because you don't have to make anything, right? Cookies, sweets, whatever it is. Number two is a habit. It's just habit. Like you've created the habit, you've learned the habit. You sit there every night at 7 p.m., pull up Netflix, you start scrolling, and you slap up Coke and a bag of chips next to you on the couch. Consider if those actions will take you closer to your goals or further away. Phone in your hand while you're barely chewing. Welcome, ladies. I see you guys coming in and out of here. I'm happy for you to jump in when you can. We're actually on the back end here. Let's see. Bored, not really hungry. That's a little bit different. Maybe for another time. In most cases, women are under eating. If you're snacking in the evening, might be because of boredom. I would guess more of habit. But awareness is your first move. So like be actually aware of like what is your habit. I would actually, if you have a pen and paper, I would challenge you to write that down right now. Consider this a workshop. Be conscious of your evening routine and what that looks like. Like right now, at the time of this recording, it's just 20 to 8. I would guess a lot of people sit down on their couch. Well, I know it. I know that gosh, we used to live in this beautiful area in Los Angeles, and it was called the Strand, and all these big, beautiful houses on one side and the ocean on the other side, and there was a bike path. So we would ride down the bike path in the evening, and almost every single house had a TV on. Bing, 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 bing. And I don't have any judgment, honestly. I really don't. I just want you to like consider that's not normal for everyone, or not everyone does that. Or there could be other things that you may consider doing. So write down your habits and what you're actually doing. Are you sitting down with a bag of chips? Are you sitting down and knitting? Are you sitting down doing something productive? Do you want to? Do you want to change your life in that way? Maybe you don't. Like I'd imagine you wouldn't be here if you don't, but at least consider what's happening. Maybe that would be helpful. Okay, so I'm a big fan of mindful eating. I think I put how you eat is how you do everything. I think how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you have a messy car, and another trigger, there's probably other areas in it. Is that you, Patty? I can see you. If you have a messy car, you probably have maybe a messy desk. Patty, you got a messy desk? Okay, this one isn't for you, Patty. Maybe you're not. If you have a messy car and a messy desk, you probably have some things in your life that are a little bit messy and need to be cleaned up. Mhm. Okay. Okay. This is for everyone, of course, right? Like how you do one thing is how you do everything. Um, when it comes to mindful eating in particular, like I feel like it's a really crazy concept. Like kids don't know where food comes from, right? They don't know where like having a garden. Like I'm really fortunate. I was really close to my grandmother. She gardened. Um, I think I was more of a latchkey kid. My mom was a single mother, raising two boys. She didn't garden. She could barely keep food on the table for us. Like you can't blame them for that or blame you guys for that. Like, but I think if we return, I should have named this return to consciousness, then no one would have showed up. If we were like return to consciousness of like, okay, this is where food comes from. We actually grow food, we harvest food. Now your kids actually have a connection. If any of you are gardeners here, and I imagine that probably half of you are, you know that there's a different connection, there's different energy when you're eating the foods that you've grown yourself. Like it's completely different. You like is a different energy in your body when you consume that food. When you're getting the cheapest food at the grocery store and you're slapping it on a plate and you um, cook on high or boil it, there's no nutrients in there, there's no energetic connection. So as we return to consciousness, consider what's on your plate. Sometimes I'll sit there, like I'm at a restaurant, and I'll see this huge bowl of food, and then whoever's sitting in front of it will eat it in about 4 seconds. And I think to myself, gosh, like what could their digestive tract be thinking, or what could their body be thinking, right? Because you've just put a giant stack of food, like no chewing, no thought process, directly into your belly. And then, of course, there's like bloating and uncomfortableness, and then probably either, of course, gas, indigestion, and there's probably either diarrhea or constipation because your body's like, what are you doing to me? How am I supposed to do anything with this lump of food you just stuffed in your mouth? So if you were to come back to consciousness and you actually thought about your food and maybe you appreciate that food and then you chew that food and you let your digestive enzymes coat that food and then you actually let your belly digest that food. That's it. That's a whole different being. That's a whole different human being than another being that there's no consciousness. It's just let's go. I gotta eat on the run. I gotta eat on the car. I gotta eat in the car. All right, maybe enough of that. How much time do we have left? Okay, microbiome and menopause. This is number 4. Okay, the bloating biology that is not connected to perimenopause, and take that with a grain of salt because some people say, "Oh, I haven't hit menopause yet," or "I'm post-menopause." Very, very similar in this age group. Your gut bacteria um, help regulate estrogen. Okay, it's actually called estrobolome. As hormones shift, your microbiome shifts. This is biology. This isn't something that you can change. You can improve on it. You can adjust it. You can be in a better situation, but like things happen in our body that just happens, right? Like sarcopenia. You guys are losing muscle mass. You can't particularly change that, but you can do things to help prevent it, or you can help things to build muscle or keep lean muscle. So that bloat that came out of nowhere, it didn't come out of nowhere. It came from a gut environment that hasn't been supported. Okay, so if you support your body and your digestion, your gut microbiome, it's a completely different feeling. Actually, I was going to show you guys some testimonials of some of our ladies that have like clear meno belly, and then after we implement these, almost flat. And maybe I'll try to pull that up at the end here for Q&A. But um, like this is real. We can help you. You have to believe that we can help you with this if you take these steps. Not overnight fix, and it's not going to change in like one sitting. But so your gut is changing in ways that your old diet can't particularly fix. Bloat now reacts to foods that were fine before, right? You're in a different position in life. Hormonal swings hit harder and they last longer. Weight starts settling around your midsection. Maybe some of you have never dealt with this before, never experienced this before. It could be for the first time. I mentioned before constipation, bit of diarrhea. It could be both, alternating. Sleep changes and gut and hormones share a clock. Probiotics from a decade ago aren't moving the needle. The gut you had at 40 needs different support than the gut you had at 30. Did any of these, could we get some comments? Keep you guys awake and alert? Any of these hit home? Any at all? I'd imagine no one wants to say, I'm constipated. I get it. You don't have to say that. We talk about this stuff all the time. Sometimes I'll have a new member or a new client come in and they're like, I'm a little constipated. I'm a little diarrhea. Hormones are all out of place. I just snapped at my husband. I'm like, it's okay. We've been doing this for a long time. I don't think you can tell me anything I haven't heard. Okay. So here's the problem. We have the 4 triggers that stack. Knock one out, and you still have 3 that undo the work. I don't want this to sound overwhelming, but there's more. There's more areas that could be improved on. These are just good starting points. Okay, so rancid oils, start removing them from your diet. I'm not like a fan of you go in the pantry and you throw everything in the garbage. I'm not a fan of that. Like, I'm a realistic person. That's the biggest loser. I'm a real person, not a TV show. I would suggest you consciously make a better decision. This is the oil I'm going to buy, not because it was on the discount rack, not because it was cheap. I'm going to buy this MCT oil called caprylic acid from trueformlife.com because Drew told me to. I'm just kidding. Those of you that don't know, we sell it. We also have a coaching and we have supplements. You buy a nice olive oil and you invest more in it because you know that it will improve your health. You start, maybe instead of 5 ice cubes, you put 1 ice cube. Maybe instead of eating on autopilot, you start to be conscious of the food that you're putting in your body. And you don't eat with your phone in your hand or the TV. I don't know. It's probably a crazy thought in most of our world. Okay. I'm a big fan of systems. We live by systems. If you are waiting for motivation in your life, you're setting yourself up for failure. I'm not motivated right now. I need to find some motivation. I only do well when I'm motivated. If you're waiting for motivation, you're always going to be waiting for results. Oh, for someone write that down. Write it down. And send it to me after. We'll put on a t-shirt. So the systems that you set up in your life, those systems will create consistency. And consistency is queen. It's at the top of the list. Consistency above all else will give you the results you're hoping for. And to get consistency, you create systems in your life so you don't think about them. So when I say you don't have a motivation problem, you have a structure problem, I'm talking about what you set up in your life so you don't have to think about it. Like if you go to the grocery store and you have a system of creating a grocery list or getting a grocery list before you go and you follow that list and you buy nothing else because you know it's a waste of money and all that junk food is not going to help you anyways. That is a system that you've created. This is a system that we implement in our MAT program. Our ladies get their grocery list or get their meal plan. They get their grocery list. We suggest going grocery shopping, one big grocery shop once a month, and then weekly, whatever you need. If you're going grocery shopping 3 or 4 times a week, you don't have a system. You're wasting money and you're wasting time. So that's just a small one. We have systems for workouts. You plan your workouts. When it comes to digestion in particular, you need to have a proper system. So it's not like, oh, I only do this when I'm motivated. Okay. Direction's what carries you when motivation isn't there. That's why information alone never fixes it. You need a sequence and likely someone to walk you through it. Fair enough. Oh, okay. Here's Goofy. Here's the pitch. You guys have full permission to jump off if you don't want to hear what's coming next. I honestly thought like, okay, workshops are great. I want to help these ladies. What can we do to help them past an hour? Because an hour is an hour, right? If you're leaving, I want to thank you for your time. Honestly, truly grateful for every one of you that took time out of your day and your evening to be here and listen to some information that I have. So much information, so many webinars, master classes, it's endless. So those of you that have been here and hopefully you learned something. I appreciate your time and attention in a world where everyone is trying to get your attention. I've already talked about over information. It's not particularly more information, it's more implementation. This is a step-by-step process that we've put together. So it's time to actually run one of them start to finish. I thought we actually did this with, we did a 5-day reset, metabolism reset challenge. I really enjoyed it. The ladies were amazing. Some of you are here tonight. I had a really good connection. I got a chance to work with you guys every day. And I feel like our ladies got a lot out of it. So I wanted to do something similar. Met members, you just hang out here. Met members are included in this. So you don't have to worry about anything, doing anything extra, like signing up. Consistency beats intensity. Consistency is above all else. I mentioned that. But so we're going to do a 5-day beat the bloat challenge. So of course we have 5 days. I'm going to go live for 30 minutes every morning next week. And we're going to give you one action step to focus on. Okay, 5 days. The action step should take you less than 15 minutes. Good? Inside the 5 days, this is what a rough structure looks like. I might change this, but this is I might adjust this a bit, but this is what I'm looking at. So we'll do a pantry audit. We'll look at what oils you may want to get rid of. And then we'll look at real food upgrades. Like I'm talking about your boxed foods that you probably, let's say you boxed foods you probably don't want to buy again. Rewire. So mindful eating. That's one of our modules I'm working on for our MAT members. It's called Rewiring the Woman. We continue to work on this in our community, but we'll have a full module for you guys. Mindful eating and the conditioned response. Okay. The day everything changes when you're mindful of the food you're putting in your body. I'm a big fan of fermented foods. I'm drinking chicory root tea right here. We talk about this a bit in the community, but more particularly fermented foods on a regular basis. You guys need to be consuming this. This will help improve your gut microbiome, help balance your hormones, help produce menobelly. Supplement stack. So what supplements to take, which can be helpful, when to take them, why to take them, specific for digestion. And then we'll have a digestive checklist. We have our Sunday success system I'll share with you guys. So you don't have to start over on Monday all the time. Questions? How are we doing so far? Looks good? Yeah. So what we're going to do is, I have some recorded videos, like small videos, short videos I've put together. Those will be in the module that you'll have access to. Okay. And then on top of that, I will do lives with you. You're going to get a mindful eating reset card, how to pattern interrupt. I have a really nice interview. Those of you that don't know, I was a radio show host for over 10 years, more so podcast. I interviewed this really cool doctor. Everyone that's watched it was like, wow, that's amazing. We're going to give that to you guys within this module. It was about a 45-minute interview, and he did fantastic. And we'll talk about pantries, we'll talk about supplements, and then we'll do our live training and Q&As every day. Okay. This is it. So stack the deck. So you guys will get access to our 14-day app. It's our own app for 14 days. I've created two new PDFs for you. It's called a restaurant menu decoder. This is different than what you guys have in MAP. This is new. And then I also created Travel Bloat Survival Guide. So when you're traveling, you can still consider ways to stay on track and reduce mental belly. This is what our MAT members get, 30% off supplements regularly. We'll offer that for these 5 days only. And then I'll jump on a call with you guys. Anyone that wants to jump on a one-on-one call, I will sit down with you, map out a clear plan, and make that happen. So after this goes out, the regular price, we're going to keep this on in our school platform, and we're going to put it at $99. And I'm not going to do lives with you like forever. The replays will be there. The module will stay there, and that will be like a product, a done for you product that you guys will go through on your own. So this is a great time to get in. It's half price, and I'm going to be there walking with you every step of the way. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to register right now. So Matt, okay, listen closely, Matt members. This is free for Matt members right now. Not all of these extras will be free. I'm not a big fan of free. In most cases, when we do free, there's very little buy-in. People don't show up. So for this one, it will be free. That doesn't mean all of these little extras will be free. I say free. You guys are paying members. I understand that. But this is an extra bonus. You guys don't have to sign up. You don't have to pay anything extra. I'm talking about our regular Metabolism Accelerator program members. I can see a handful of your faces here right now. So you guys don't have to do anything. We're going to do this inside of our school community. And then we'll also do this just for members that sign up. And let me know if that's not clear. Just unmute or ask in the comments. Okay. So things don't calm down. That's not how the next 10 years work. Like we're just waiting, right? You're waiting for the perfect time. You're waiting for the stars to align. You're waiting for, who knows, birthday, holiday, vacation, summer to be over. It doesn't happen. You're choosing a louder one and your body is keeping score while you wait. So you just continually accumulate body fat. You accumulate unhealthy habits. So if you want to do something about it, I feel like this is a pretty easy avenue to take a first step and work with us a little bit longer than 1 hour. Okay. I'm going to open up the floor for 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. I'm a family man, as most of you know, and my family's waiting for me. So I'm going to show you guys something. I'm going to show you exactly how to sign up for those that are interested. So, oh gosh, here we go again with the screen share. Okay. So those of you that are in our, I'll give you 2 avenues. Those of you that are in our school community, I had Nick do this tonight. I hope it's there. Come on, Nick. Those of you that are in our school community, you guys can see my screen? Yes, head nods. Yes, thank you. You go to classroom, or sorry, I got to go to Triple S. This is classroom. Click the top tab here. And then here's our digestion challenge coming soon. And you should see a paywall that says $47. So you click on that. There's nothing in there on purpose because I'm not publishing anything. Okay, I didn't want you to see that. It's a secret. But you guys won't be able to see that. Those are just drafts. And I'm only going to publish them each day because I don't want anyone to rush ahead and get everything done in advance. So that's where you find it. If you are not a MAT member, or sorry, if you're not in our school community, then I have to drop this somewhere and I can't find the, I don't know where the chat is. Can someone do that? That's handy. Patty? Can you grab the URL up there and drop it in the chat? Do you know how to do that? If that's, I'm not going to keep you guys too long. If that's an issue for you guys, we're going to send out an email tomorrow. It's going to have this replay in it. Oh, that just popped up. You probably did that. Okay, I'm going to drop it right here. Thank you. Thanks, Patty. So that you click on that link, and that link is going to look like this about page. Okay, and it's free to join this community. This is a free community. So once you get into our community, I'll accept you. You'll have to wait. Then you click on classroom, and then you click on digestion, and then you're in. Okay? Met members, don't worry about that. You guys, Met members are over here in our paid community. Over here. You guys don't overthink this. Just wait until I tell you what to do next. We will start on Monday. Thank you. You're welcome, Lisa. I'll get to some comments. Any questions or comments? Go ahead. Patty says heading off. Rosemary said sneak peek. Zoom user, not sure who that is. Have a great night. Okay. Are we good? What time in the morning do you do it? I'm looking at 7:45 a.m. Mountain Time, and there will be replays after. You guys will get a chance to have replays. You're welcome, Cassie. Thanks for joining. Awesome. You're welcome, Carol. Thanks for joining. My microphone died. We'll talk to you in a couple days. Sounds good, Patty. Okay, I'm gonna go. Are we good? Any other questions? Thank you guys, Met members, for being here. Thanks, Jodine. I just saw your name pop up. I think it's great that you guys are here. Met members, lovely to see your faces, and good for you for taking action. And let's keep it rocking. We will see you. We'll see you in the group. And I want everyone. Let's get everyone in Matt. Let's do this challenge. Let's do it together. Let's try to show up for lives, take the action steps, and see results. Sound good? All right, ladies. Have a nice evening. Bye.